Hi, Dr. Cronin, Professor Mullins, and Karen. This is Team Magenta's maintenance project. We'd first like to say thank you for allowing us to work on your MIS administration system. We took into account all of the items that you required, and I hope this will make your job a little easier. First, we're going to train you on how to use the new system we've created. We're going to review how to log in, look up applicants' personal information, enroll a student in courses, and add grades for the student's courses. To begin, you're going to double-click on the program. The first screen that will appear is the login screen. We've administered 3 logins, one for the director, one for the assistant director, and one for the administration assistant. Each login will allow access to the system. So after typing in the correct username and password, you're going to click Login. For example, we'll use P. Cronin. And in this case, the password is password. After hitting Login, the next screen that appears is the main menu screen. This screen will allow you to navigate different parts of the system depending on which activity you want to perform. We have student information, which provides all the applicant information that a student will use when applying for the MIS program. This can be edited, deleted, or even created. The next one that we have is advising. Advising is used during advising appointments, where the director or assistant director will add courses to a student or remove courses for a student. And then in course history, we can look at the student's grades for those courses that they've been enrolled in. This is a great place for the administration assistant, Karen, to be able to update the grades for that student. Next, we're going to have Ben talk about the student information.
The student information form gives the administrative assistant the ability to insert new students to the database, to check on current students, and to update their records. First, let's look at a current student. As you can see, the information is pulled up for myself. We have Benjamin Pummill, my middle name, my preferred name, and all of this information will be found on the application form that is turned in to the administrative assistant. Everything is entered and, let's say I don't like to be called Scott, so we need to update it. So we'll change my preferred name to Ben. We'll save the updates, clear out the search fields, go back into Benjamin Pummill, and right there, it's been modified, and you can see that everything is updated. So, next, we need to add a new student. So we'll go in and we'll say, just nice and simple, Cronin, first name Paul, preferred Doctor, former last name, we'll say, that one doesn't really need to happen, I guess. Social security number, we're not going to put your real one in. Street address, we'll just enter some random things for it. Zip code is numbers. Country, years of the address 5, and we'll say that your email is pcronin@uark.edu. And then we can jump over to the documents, and you took the GMAT, and we'll say you took it really recently. We'll say you took it just on Christmas, and you got a 700. Very solid score. You have a 4.0 in your major, ISIS. So now we can add a new record, and it's going to submit all the information into the database. Now, you can always exit out and go back in, and everything will be saved. So we're making sure that it's not just going to blow up and cause a bunch of issues. Now, if we pull up Paul Cronin, there you go. The information is saved just as we entered it. Now, let's say this student, Cookie Monster, is no longer going to be in our database, is requested to get rid of his record or something. Well, we can just delete the record. And then go back in. And as you can see, Cookie Monster has been removed. Now, his name may still be contained in the drop-down list, but if we exit out of the list, go back in, Cookie Monster is now gone. So the functionality is all there. Next, we're going to take a look at the advising form.
Next, we are going to show you how to enroll a student in classes. This is mainly for the director and assistant director. When a student walks into your office for an advising appointment, you can first look them up by their last name, first name. So we're going to look up Paul Cronin. And we're going to choose which concentration he is. There are 4 different concentrations as listed here. He is going to be an ERP major. When we click on ERP, you can see the requirement classes and then the optional courses. So here he has to take these 3 and then also choose 6 hours from the following for a total of 30 hours. He also is required to take these 4 core classes. So for this semester, we're going to recommend that he takes this one. You're going to hit the add button to add it to enrolled, and then takes these 2 classes. It's deleted from the text box and added over here for enrolled. If, say, he needs to take Spanish for some reason, or a different class that's not going to be listed here, you're just going to type it in. He needs to take Spanish 1023, an intermediate level. And we can add it. After it's added, we can make a print screen. This print screen will allow you to print off the courses that are in the enrolled text box. These enrolled classes can then be signed up on ISIS by the student. For some reason, if you need to remove a class, like just kidding, we don't like this one, we can remove it right here. Or Spanish, we decide we don't need Spanish anymore, we can remove it. It's as simple as that. If, when you're done, you hit the exit button. This works for any student that comes in the list. Devyn Grathwohl. She's an enterprise systems major, let's say. These are the classes that she's taken thus far, so we can see these 4 courses and the grades that go with them. That gives me a chance to be able to say, hey Devyn, you really need to look at what happened in your ISIS 5423 course. I recommend that you take that over again. Things like that, and we can discuss that during the advising appointment. It also allows you to perform a graduation check because for every concentration we provided the requirements and the selected courses needed in order for a student to graduate on time. It can then be checked by looking up here in the data grid box. When you're done, you can hit the exit button.
Lastly, we're going to look at the course history form. As you can see, students who are enrolled and have grades will be listed on the side. You can go through and select, say, Quincy Grigson. Now, grades have come out. It's the end of the term, and Karen needs to enter the grades. So, ISIS 5833. Quincy received a B in that. We'll update it. Paul Cronin received a 5423. He received an A. Update, and let's say, well, the other 2 already have it. So, Quincy, his 5833 has become a B, and Paul Cronin's has become an A. Now, once you enter the grade, and let's say WCOB 5213 with a grade of A, and you update it, you'll notice it doesn't automatically update. You have to cycle between the 2. But after you cycle, the grades are submitted. Now, this is good because we can exit out of this course grades, go back into advising, and if we look at Paul Cronin and we see how he's doing, his grades have been brought over to the advising form. So everything works together seamlessly. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to listen to our video, and we hope that this will make things a little bit easier for the MIS program, and we hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks.